Hey kids, you like to gamble? I know I sure do. And, well, I was going to take quite a break away from Path of Exile, but I couldn't resist the siren call of a new league, and I decided to make an atlas tree that is focused specifically on gambling. It's all about taking big long shots and basically trying to make a bunch of money at once because, honestly, who wants to sell 205 chaos items when you can just sell like 120 chaos item? Takes like 1 minute instead of having to pop in and out of maps, waste like 10 hours of your league just selling all of those to get the same amount of wealth. No, I want to make the big ticket items. So I've made an atlas tree specifically set up for gambling, and I'll explain how it works. So the baseline of the tree, what we're going to be doing first is we are going to be focusing on getting specifically the abyss nodes. And so specifically we're going to go after corrupted gaze, and we're probably going to rush this. There are a couple of nodes we could grab first, but I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to pop through these travel nodes. We're going to ignore the expedition stuff for now. We are going to get expedition, so focusing on expedition, harbinger, and abyss. If you don't like expedition, you can also go for breach, is very good and nearby, or legion, little less gambly. There's a lot of ways to customize this. It's buy some good stuff, but yeah, we're gonna just beeline it right up here. First things first, we're gonna grab underground kingdom, and then we're gonna swing right on through here and grab corrupted gaze. So we're gonna have those two set up. Once we have those, we're gonna swing right on down here, and we're going to grab shaping the valleys. The interesting synergy here is, so underground kingdom gives you 1% chance to increase abyss per 2% increase pack size. This will give you 10% pack size simply by using fortune favors the brave. It'll also give you a bunch of quantity and rarity. And of course, the chance for the maps to drop a tier higher is going to make things a little bit easier. I do take a little bit of that on this tree, but this isn't focused on like just blasting through and getting all the maps completed. We're kind of doing a halfway thing here. So this will make it so abyss jewels found in areas have 20% chance to be corrupted and have 5 or 6 random modifiers. Normally, abyss jewels have 3 or 4 modifiers if they're rare, and having 5 or 6 means you can get some huge ticket items. I've made a ton of currency selling abyss jewels in the past. I've had multi-exalt abyss jewels sell that are only like 3 good properties before. So the fact that you could potentially have 5 or 6 synergistic properties is going to be potentially like, tens, if not maybe even hundreds of exalts. We'll have to see how common these are, but we're going to maximize our chance of getting them. So after we have these 2 abyss notables and shaping the valley, we're going to grab, we get a bunch of plus chance to contain abyss. I think the baseline for all of the league mechanics is 8%, so these 1% ones add up. I also grabbed the 1% ones here as well as here. This one does increase your chances of getting an abyssal depths, which might actually lower the amount of jewels we get, so we might spec out of there. But once you have all these, this is plus 9% from these 9 nodes, and then the 8%, that's 17%. This is giving you 5% from the pack size. So right from there, we got 23%. And then if you're playing a 20% pack size map, you get 33%. So that's basically 1 in 3 maps going to contain an abyss. Plus, we're using fortune favors the brave, so we might just roll abyss. And that'll be the first component of our gamble. The next one is one a lot of people. After that, you can probably just grab shaping the skies and start. First of all, you get the maps increased higher, so it'll help you map a little or raise up your maps a little bit quicker, but also 3% chance on completing areas to gain a free use of special map crafting items. These are going to be like the various like league mechanics you can put on, so it's basically a 3% chance to get a free breach stone. Not too bad. But we're going to start getting the harbinger stuff. So we're going to get the all through these ominous arrival, and then we're going to go unspeakable offensive, and then we're going to pop up and grab first wave. So What this is going to do for us is the most important thing is we're going to have guaranteed harbinger in every area plus additional chances for, I think it'll be 25% additional chance for an additional one. Currency shards dropped from harbingers in area can drop as currency items instead. So harbingers can drop a lot of valuable orbs, including exalted and mirror shards. There is a chance those could come out as Mirror of Calandras or exalted orbs. Are you going to get a mirror? Probably not. Could you get a mirror? This is why this is a slot machine. You're probably going to get some additional exalts throughout the league using this. Also, you get a total of 100% chance for harbingers to drop an additional currency shard. So you're boosting that a little bit as well. So got that going for you. This will also replace with the powerful Harbinger boss, which drops a ton more shards, all of which could potentially become orbs. So yeah, you get the idea. You can be very orb rich here. So from here, you have a couple of options. So as you can see, I'm kind of going into the Rogue Exiles chance. I've done the Rogue Exiles drop additional items, the Rogue Trader here. Wild Rogue Exiles in areas have 50% chance to have additional rewards. I've done this previously. It's pretty lucrative, like it's surprisingly good. You get a lot of good stuff from it. So we're going to synergize that. We have some areas have a percent chance to gain an additional Rogue Exile, which is nice. And then leading up here, we have chances for exiles to appear in pairs. And finally, area has 8% chance to contain 20 additional Rogue Exiles. So between all the duplication and everything, this can get pretty crazy. The items that are dropped can be like stacks of good currency, could be like 6 links. You can get a lot of good stuff from those extra items off the Rogue Exiles. So this is a gamble too. It's a little less of a long shot gamble like the rest of them. And then finally, we're going to pick our league mechanic. In this case, I chose Expedition, but I'll show you how to respec if you want to choose something else. So basically, we're going to kind of get buried knowledge first because logbooks are very good. So it gives some additional chance for that. We're going to grab that first. Then we're going to get just hunt for answers to have more chance to get it. An additional quantity of artifacts dropped. And then we're going to get like ancient writings and distinguished demolitionist. This is kind of a quality of life thing. It's not necessary, but you do get a little percent chance of an expedition encounter. Also, increased quantity of vendor refresh currencies is pretty big. But the additional remnants means, yeah, you can just jack stuff up and get like really, really, really solid amounts of stuff. And this is like a slot machine too, because, if you have the stuff, you're going to be gambling. You're going to be looking for that mage blood, that headhunter, all of the high ticket items using expedition. You're going to be using ROG to try to craft crazy stuff that you can use the new influence items on. So this fills into the gambling component. But let's say you don't like expedition. Understandable. I definitely get that. You're simply going to, let's see, how do I respec out of these? Besides, okay, I guess I'll just click them one at a time. I'm pretty sure there's a faster way, but yeah, we're just going to click out of these. And I'll show you probably, you have 2 other options here. You're either going to be doing Legion or you're going to be doing Breach. I would suggest Breach. If you're doing Breach, you're going to have a similar amount of points, more or less, although you are going to have to take an extra travel node. We're going to get the Chayula chance, so I'll kind of explain it after I've allocated everything. All right, so there you go. Pretty much the same amount of points spent, more or less. I think there's actually more breach stuff, so you might have to spend a little more points to get everything. I don't think this is necessary, though. Honestly, it's a little hopeful, but Flash Breach is the least important. So we'll just say this. So this is Breach boss chance, really big. Breach bosses defeated in areas have a percent chance to drop Breach Stone. It can be charged and enriched pure. This synergizes really well with this, which increases the chance of having a boss, and the Breach bosses in area drop double Breach Splinters. So we get the 1% chance to contain breaches, and then we're going to go back through the Chayula one specifically, which gives an area has increased chance to belong to Chayula. Chayula is very important. This is just increased chance to contain breaches, and this is an extra little chance to have Zeshula and Hand of Zestula. So this is like a new boss that can drop breach stones of every type and breach splinters as well. So yeah, you get like a good amount of quantity for breach splinters, which can be pretty important. So yeah, you can do that. There's also Legion that's right here. There's also, uh, of course, the Eater of Worlds that's nearby. If you want to do some bossing, you can grab like Rampant Growth and this whole node up here instead of the Breach stuff. So you have a lot of options. But the baseline is going to be gambling on specifically, and most importantly, the Abyss Jewels, the Harbinger, and the Rogue Exiles. What you do from there, whatever you want. It connects to a lot of good stuff. I'm probably going to do Expedition. I really like Expedition. And like I said, I want to get the big ticket items that I'm going to sell for tons of exalts. That's the goal. That's the whole point of this tree. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll probably drop what I'm going to be playing. I know I said I probably wasn't going to play Path of Exile, but like I said, I could not resist it. It looks too good. And I'm really excited about all of the new endgame stuff and this new Atlas tree. It's huge. And I'm probably gonna play like some sort of Winter Orb Raider or potentially Deadeye. So I'll kind of talk about that tomorrow or maybe tonight. So yeah, I will do updates. It'll be hard for me to do like gameplay footage, but I'll talk about my builds, and if I can film some gameplay footage, I'll do that. Hope you enjoyed this little rundown of the Gamblers Atlas Tree passive. This has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I will see you next time. Bye.